Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is BMAQ2-X. It is Tuesday, April 14th. It is just after 1400 Eastern Standard Time US, and there are 217 online and 36 battles. Okay, there was a patch today, and there's actually been multiple patches since my last videos or so. Uh, on the 7th of April, the Montanez DLC was available on Steam, and they also gave us our rewards for the participating in the test server. So you get a gold one, which is made out of New England fur. New England fur. Not sure I'm overly stoked about that part of it, but it's a gold one, very fast. And then you get the blue one also for participating, and I think there was a purple one if you made it onto the leaderboard any of the days, and there was no way that I was going to make it onto the leaderboard. So I was happy with the blue and the gold. The gold you got for unlocking the Montanez, and the blue, what was that for? Not sure. I like this better. It's an African oak Rangoon teak blue sturdy. That's more my style. So I'll be interested to get these redeemed and sail in the game. I'm not going to do it till I'm the next rank up. But the other patches, let's briefly cover those. So that was the 7th of April that was introduced into the game. And then they had an update on the 9th of April where they updated the combat and economy. They updated the grape shot damage fall off curves, reduced grape shot damage, reduced grape shot raking fire damage modifier. Then there was another issue that popped up of a technical issue on the 9th. Something to do with turning on the spot at full yards. So that, you know, I did notice that in battle, ships turn crazy, crazy sharp and quick. The game seems very, very, very much faster in battle. I mean, boarding is faster because they chop the timers down. The combat itself is faster, first of all, because the enemy ship goes to full sail, and then, the AI already turned great as it was, and it just seems like performance changes has made turning something impressive to see in the battles. But then there was another one that popped up on the 10th about the battles closing too early and not letting people in to reinforce. And then there was a patch today. Uh, NPC distribution and combat adjustments. NPC distribution in the open world has been updated. The number of fifth-rate NPC ships has doubled, and there are now more solo NPC ships due to a reduction in large NPC fleets. The mortar crew's damage modifier has been significantly reduced. The starting battle distance, which depends on ship battle rating, has been changed to 200 to 900 meters. Previously, it was 250 to 1,000. And then they fixed an issue where attempting to join an ongoing battle triggered a reconnect to the server and prevented entry into the battle. Improved ship placement and conquest missions on the peace server. So those are the changes from today's update. I've got to say I'm happy they're putting more single ships back into the game. Uh, as I'm doing these ship reviews, I like to find a ship that's fairly close in battle rating to the ship that I'm sailing. That way you get like a peer on peer, basically a kind of engagement. I don't mind having to go up a few battle ratings, but you know, with these ship fleets, singles were hard to get. And with the increased number of people that have been camping Pittstown, it's been stunning. You know, you roll out of Pittstown, and there be anywhere like 10 to 12 battles happening within sight of the docks. And they're like the seagulls in that Finding Nemo movie, you know, mine, 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 all chasing down the singles. You know, you got guys rolling around in first rates with, you know, ships in their fleet, and they're going after the single ship, not the fleet. I don't get it. You know, and here I am trying to just find a peer ship to fight and end up having to jump up a few battle ratings, you know, for that last one. So, the oddities of the game. Like I had to take an Endymion on when I did the Indefatigable review, Indefatigable, however you say it. And then I found an Indefatigable after I finished the Endymion battle. So, yep, it's crazy in the game right now. But I gotta say, you know, uh, I gave my review of what I thought of the changes in my test server review video, and I feel that everything that I moaned or whined about, the devs have corrected. So, you know, and they just corrected the one particular one, which was the lack of singles. Because I'm a guy who hunts singles. I don't take on fleets. You know, I don't want to take on a, you know, a 30 plus battle rating difference battle. You know, some people get off on that, but there's no way that I'm taking out my indefatigable, however you say it, and going out and tagging a Belle Poule fleet with 8 ships. It's not happening, you know. However, a guy in a first rate could take that battle on if he has a first rate and then probably like a second or a third rate in his fleet. But no, he goes after the single Belle Poule and leaves the Belle Poule fleet. I don't understand some people. So, the oddities of this game. And then the player base is still negative as always. The game is dying. The game is dead. This killed it. I don't know. Okay, now where am I at in the game? Well, currently I'm still a chef d'escadre. I have over 6 millions gold of silvers. I have 15,400 golds. I am currently at 5,469 of 8,133 to the next rank. And all I'm doing is I'm taking these ships and I'm building them and I'm reviewing them and then I'm unboxing them, and the rank just comes, the XP just comes. So it's not been difficult. It's not been hard. It's been actually kind of enjoyable. My craft level currently sits at 60, and I'm 169 of 338 to the next level. Now I've jumped 3 levels. I was at 57 a day or so ago, and at 57 I got the 18-pound longs. So I had a big stock of iron ore in my port here. So I went ahead and I made the max number of guns that I can make. And the only limiting factor, I think, for that gun crafting session was the amount of ropes and blocks that I had made. So that was because there's several items that go into the crafting of a cannon, and ropes and blocks is one of them. And that was the lowest amount that caused me to cap out. But I ended up making like 900 cannons, got like 1,057 XP out of it, and that jumped me up three 3 levels from 57 to 60. So that's where I'm at now. And the cannons are on contract here in Pittstown. Actually, just look at my contracts. And I put 500 of them up for sale, and I've already sold 290. So all is well. Long guns will sell. Don't craft big batches of mediums, and only craft certain carronades in big batches. Long guns, money makers. I'm still unboxing the indefatigable, or indefatigable, however you say it. I've got, I think, one box left. Oh, that's not the right ship here. Yeah, I got one left. So maybe 1 or 2 battles, and I'll have this unboxed. Sometimes when you have books loaded on, they drop off. I don't get that. But I'll put all 4 of my books on there, so that'll be on there. So I hope to unbox that today. And once that's done, I'll put it up for sale. I believe the next ship I've already built, the Endymion, came out green, white oak and teak. Then after the Endymion, I believe the Rotterdam, the Trincomalee, are up on the block after that. So Rotterdam and then Trincomalee. And ironically, the Trincomalee is one of the recipes that I got when I jumped from 57 to 60. I got the Trincomalee recipe, and I got the USS United States. Let's look at the ship recipes. And I got the 24-pound mediums. Those were the 3 things that I got jumping up those 3 levels. So here's the Trincomalee. We got that at level 58. In the United States, we got at level 60. And at 59, we got the 18-pound medium, or 24-pound mediums. At 63 is when I get the 24-pound long. So I got a couple more ships to unlock. So I've been currently gathering my resources for the next build. I am at 818 white oak and 421 teak. I got a ways to go. I'm also replenishing my stocks of raw materials, because when I crafted all those cannons, I totally depleted all my planks and my charcoal and my ropes and blocks. Those were all down near 0. So I replenished those, which burned up all of my resources. And so now I'm refilling my resources. And at the same time, I'm trying to build up white oak and teak. So most of my gameplay the last day or so and today will be taking out the LGV refit and hunting traders. And trader hunting has been good. It's been real good. What I'll do is I'll cap a trader, then drag it with me, and I'll fill that up, and then I'll fill this ship up, and then I'll sail them both back here to Pitts and add it to the warehouse. So today I'm going to take the indefatigable, or the indefatigable, however you say it. And we're going to finish unboxing this, and then I'll take the LGV refit, do some shopping, get some resources, and the The other thing I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to stitch on a bunch of clips. I click the pray button to show you what that does. I also, there was one other button that we clicked and we experienced in the game. Fishing. I showed you what it was like outside of Pittstown. We could pop out now and see what's going on. It always takes a long time the first time you go out of port to get to the open world. Here we go. Player, 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 battle, 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 battle. There was a player off here. Probably someone over here. Surprising there's not a first rate sitting here just waiting for the next ship to show up. Trader Snow. Okay, gotta go. Okay, before we are so rudely interrupted by that delicious Trader Snow, the rest of this video is going to be a bunch of various clips that I've recorded over the past couple of play sessions. They really don't have any kind of theme or interlocking web. They're just randomness. And if anything happens exciting in today's play session, I'll tack that on at the end. Okay, here we are in the open world. I'm making a trip up to Nassau from Pitts. Thought I would demonstrate some of the features that are now in the game. We got the fishing button. You can see that it's illuminated. You click B, it goes on, it goes off, and then it flashes. And then if you catch something, it will be announced up here in the left-hand upper corner. We also have the pray button. What does the pray button do? Everybody asked that. Well, basically it does nothing but pray. So if you click it, listen.
Seigneur, protège-nous. Que Dieu nous accorde la victoire.
Let's try it again.
Dieu Tout-Puissant, donne-nous la force. Que Dieu nous accorde la victoire.
They're speaking French. I have no idea what they're saying. I imagine on the Spanish nation they speak Spanish, and in the English nation they speak English. What do they speak in the pirate nation? Do they speak Johnny Depp? So those are a couple of the buttons in the game now. Okay, here I am in Nassau, and the reason I'm in Nassau is Nassau has an admiralty, and I want to demonstrate the Bermuda Exchange for upgrades. Now I got a bunch of various upgrades here. We're going to load them in and see what happens. These are all my 6s and 7s, and they're just kind of taking up warehouse space. And I also brought up some 4s and 5s from Pittstown. Now the way this works is you load in a total of 10, and then this quality bar here, depending on what you load in, it will change color and tell you pretty much what you're going to get. It's a random upgrade. Accepts class upgrades only. So let's see what happens. Um, Purple. Went down to blue. And you see I put 2 in there and it locked one of the blocks because there's 2 in the one. So it says it's going to give me a blue quality. I think it gave me another navy hardwood planking. So what do we got left here? We got all of these left. Let's try again. Purple. Now we're down to blue. Now which one of these I don't want to keep? I'll get rid of this one. So I loaded a couple of purples in there and it's still blue. Mm, I'm going to put this in here. That pretty much clears my warehouse out from all my extra 6s and 7s. I'll keep these for a special ship sometime. Let's see what we get. I got a blue Navy ballast relay. So, not impressive. Now on my LaGrosse Venture, I also got some 4s and 5s. Let's see what those get me. I guess they got to be in the warehouse. It says I'm going to get a green quality. Should show up here. Master cutlasses. No big improvement. Let's try again. Master light planking. Oh, gotta go here. And one of these. It says I'm going to get a green quality, which is no big step up from what's already there. Master square sails refit. Let's see what we get. Master gun tackles. That's okay. So it's pretty meh. I did it, what, 3 times, got rid of 30 mods, and only ended up really getting 2 that I kept out of there. I think I kept this one, well, I got 3. Maybe I did it 4 times. Anyway, no big thrill, not overly impressed with it. Okay, here we are in Pittstown. I've gathered enough, finally gathered enough white oak and teak. I mean, I made the teak just by 1 log. Got lucky there. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to craft our Endymion. White oak teak. It's going to give us 225 XP. We're good on all of our supplies here. Let's go ahead and craft it. A green Endymion. I'm convinced that the devs have put some kind of penalty on Pittstown, because all I get here are green ships. Rank 5, 52 guns, 2 decks, 85 battle rating, speed, decent. It's got hit point buffs, thickness buffs because it's white oak and teak. Only 2 upgrade slots because it's green. No special refit. There is a definite penalty on Pittstown for crafters. I'm almost willing to put money on it. Let's take a look at it. Good looking ship. 24-pound cannons, 9-pound cannons on the middle deck, 9-pounders on the bow and stern. So fits right in at this level. Battle rating of 85. Hmm. Rotterdam is a battle rating of 86. The Trincomalee is a battle rating of 87, so there's a couple of more reviews I can do. I'm still unboxing the indefatigable, however you say it. So, got some more ships to review now. The Endymion, the Trincomalee, and the Rotterdam. What else is redeemable? We've done the Hermione. We have not done the Pandora. Did we? We'll go random. Oh yeah, we've done a Pandora because it's a battle rating of 65. So, and then what is a Radisvan? Random. Radisvan is a battle rating of 107. So we got a ways. We got a blue one, live oak and oak. We got a tank. Love it. I'm keeping that one. How many crew to operate it? 586. We can crew it now. What about a Leopard? Random. Leopard is a battle rating of 95, so soon we'll be sailing that one. That one came out white oak and oak. Another tank. We're not up to third rates and first rates yet. Now, where are we at craft wise? We are at craft level 57. What's next on the recipes? It's not a ship, it's cannons. Finally got the 18-pound longs. There we go. We finally can do 18-pound longs. So I'll craft a big batch of those. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get this iron contract back. And I'll use that to craft the 18-pound longs. So, got our next few recipes done. Next ship. What's going to be our next ship? The Trincomalee blueprint. We've already got that as a redeemable. So after that one, it's probably more cannons. '59 is our 24-pound mediums. '63 is the longs. So, alrighty. Continue on rolling. More reviews coming. I love the Ratisfan. That's a great ship. Great ship. One of the best redeemables in the game, in my opinion. One thing that I would like to cover is that I've sold a bunch of ships recently. I would like to thank all of the people that were purchasing ships from me. So we'll start at the bottom here. This is the oldest, back in 311. 65,000 reals from selling Essex, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Del Berto. Thank you for your purchase. 75,000 for selling a Diana, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Gavin Justica. Thank you for your purchase. $90,000 from selling Santa Cecilia, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Mad Rivers. Thank you for your purchase. $10,000 from selling Trader's Brig, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Vadanoy. Thank you for your purchase. 65,000 reals from selling Surprise, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Manald Eshi. Thank you for your purchase. 10,000 reals from selling Trader's Brig, which sold to Pittstown. The ship was sold to the Victory. Thank you for your purchase. 40,000 reals from selling Indiaman, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Kagasuchi. Kagasuchi. Thank you for your purchase. 40,000 reals from selling Indiaman. It was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Shadow Ping. Thank you for your purchase. 85,000 reals from selling Diana, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Tilex. Thank you for your purchase. 75,000 reals from selling Diana, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to No23. Thank you for your purchase. 19,000 reals for selling Trader Snow, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Invincible. Thank you for your purchase. And then the most recent one, 30,000 reals for selling Indiaman, which was sold at Pittstown. The ship was sold to Metas. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you all for your ship purchases. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, here we are back in port, Pittstown, the Indefatigable, or Indefatigable, however you say it. I got it unboxed. I chose to put an optimized rudder and master powder monkeys on for the reload. And I found it a fine ship, a fine, fine ship. But now we're going to put it up for sale. So what are these going for? 21,000? Up to 315,000 for a purple. I will choose about 23,000 and we'll see what happens. Got it all stripped down. It's unloaded. Cannons are off. And there it goes. It was a good ship. Next up, the Endymion. I'll work on this review tomorrow. Hopefully have that video up soon. A couple ships sold here. 19,000 reals from selling Trader Snow at Nassau. The ship was sold to Albert Mondego. Thank you for your purchase. And then 20,000 reals from selling Trader Snow at Pittstown. And it was El Azote de los Mares. Thank you for your purchase. Rest of the play session, I am going to take the LGV refit, do some shopping. I got to get more teak and white oak. I think I might have enough white oak, but I definitely need almost double the amount of teak. So, and that'll be pretty much my play session for today. So, anything exciting happens, I'll definitely come back and say so, but I doubt it. It's just hunting traders, very kind of robotic work that is.